Perhaps the entire natural world is a tremendous party, a festival, and we are the long-awaited champagne.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Just you bring back Thomas Berry. He was my great teacher, right? And in his view, this guy studied all of the cultures of the world. That was his job, a cultural historian. And he penetrated into the spiritual paths of all these different cultures. And what he came to was the most important path for us right now is provided by indigenous peoples. Exactly what you're saying. In different ways around the planet. We have to find some way to bring that into our form of consciousness. Not by going backwards, by integrating it. That was what he came to.
I love that allurement idea that things are held together, the universe held together, you could say it in places, by allurement as opposed to gravity or something technical, you know.
Can you speak a little bit more about allurement?
One of the challenges we have in terms of our modern industrial consciousness is that we're so fixated by language, and so that the words themselves become more important than the reality. And so, like, there's this amazing thing happening where the universe draws itself together. Well, by calling it gravity, we don't understand it. By identifying the particular dimensions through the mathematical equations, we still don't understand it. The most important thing is that it is. It's this reality that is. And we move so quickly to talking about things as opposed to experiencing them. Right? And it's like you were saying, you know, who are we? So as opposed to what do we think? Well, it's related. So we move away from human experience. And you see how that connects back to what I was saying before? In science, it's the idea that the universe is determined. And our consciousness is an illusion. But this is trying to reverse that.
The natural, human, and divine worlds flow together into our feelings. You need no teacher. The universe is your teacher. The forests are your teachers. You will know when you fail to learn, for failure is punished with boredom. If you develop even the least flicker of sensitivity, the universe will come alive within you.
Well, the living in wonder, I mean, that, just that wonder that you feel when you're in that forest. That forest is always there somewhere. And having that feel of wonder.
The book just tunes you back into much bigger picture out of your little petty, human stuff. And where being a human is such a privilege after all these billions of years that created us, at the edge of the known universe of creativity and only instincts before us and the animals. And here we are with this incredible capacity to choose and to help and to destroy. I like the chapter Evil from Cosmic Risk, where the universe took a chance on creating human because it could both appreciate, which had never been possible before, and it could destroy. I come out of that book thinking, oh, it's such a privilege to be a human being, and I got to really be good at that,
What the root reality is experience. Experience. So that there is this experience of attraction, and it turns out that actual experience is a cosmic reality, cosmic power. But we don't easily connect our passions to a power that gave birth to the stars.
Having not grown up believing in God per se, I've often said that when you really feel the connection with another human is when I know God. That's the moment.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
And nature, that connection with nature too, I think is that same moment of fulfillment or something.
And that's why earlier, Marina, you talked about how the indigenous peoples and so forth, they don't have a word for religion.
Yeah.
They just don't. It's, in other words, they would say it's life.
Yes, life, right.
Yeah.
And I'm not against having a word for religion. I'm just saying I think to learn from that perspective. It's life.
And being there, you know, so hardly anybody really operates in that kind of gestalt as a being, you know. And it's the minute I meet somebody, I like, you know, 2 minutes after I met her, I thought, yeah, she's one. You know? Yeah. You know, it's not that often to make a good new friend. You know, it's rare. But that's a certain rare quality.
Like, for instance, collapsing into just trying to make a bunch of money, right? Or collapsing into just hate, or all these other things. So that's why I call it the spiritual practice, right? It's a way of protecting our deep feeling of being in the center of creativity, protecting it, taking it, and then also pouring it out, giving birth.
Well, it's kind of like appreciating that is what's happening, and it's only you get pulled out of it. You don't have to do something in a way to have a practice from this perspective we're talking about, because life is the practice.
Life is the practice.
Yeah.
And then using the energy of outrage and anger and all the rest of it to create something that is beneficial to the whole community. You know, that's going back to the creativity. That we have that power as opposed to just handing it on. You know, the racism has been going on generation after generation after generation. Well, you know, my father was racist. You know what I mean? But to do that, you have to bring on the pain of separation from this whole network of causes. That's what I was trying to get at.
And you use the word transmute, to transmute that evil or energy into a vitality.
Into a vitality.
Now I will stay in a much more comfortable place, you know. But that's actually worried me my whole life, actually.
And homeostasis.
You know, it's like, yeah, but if I'm forced, oh my God, I go beyond my expectation, you know. So that's why I also love the idea of being in community, where we push on each other.
Yes.
We ask more of each other, you know.